like making you question your trust in me, and I know I fucked up. The only reason why I talked to him, I haven't talked to him recently at all in the past week or two. I haven't talked to him at all because I realized that like me trying to get revenge on him was kind of like petty and childish, and like honestly all I was doing was trying to gain his trust so I could fuck him over and do like some evil shit that he does to everyone else, and like just so he knows what the fuck it feels like. And I don't know, I know I was playing with fire, and I knew I ran my mouth too much, and like, you know, I did tell him that like I saw you and all that stuff, and like obviously that was none of his business, but I wanted him to feel like he could trust me so I could get in there, get information, and I can take that information, tell you that information. So I don't know, in my mind I was doing the right thing, but also I know that I was just being an idiot, and that's why I stopped and I'm not talking to him anymore. But I also just know that like he's fucking awful, and I wish I could say so much, but I don't want to be put into it and then here for the tea tries to bring me down because she is so far up his fucking ass. Like I just don't know, because like I don't know if I could bounce back from like, I don't know, I'm just stressed the fuck out. This is not your stress, I'm sorry, I'm just rambling. I won't say anything. I just wanted to get your permission first. I just wanted to run it by you first so you're not like dumbfounded when I like sit up there and talk about any of that stuff. I want to sit there and do a live stream talking about the time that I went to your house and all that stuff. I don't know. Maybe I should just wait. I don't know.
Alright you guys, so you asked for an incredibly long video with every piece of receipts and every piece of evidence that I have been able to gather on this matter regarding Jeffree Star, Thomas, and now Nikkie tutorials. That also includes Manny MUA and all of that. The first thing we're going to be getting into is an instance where Thomas allegedly used the N-word himself, and then another instance where he made a very questionable comment. Now I'm going to be going through all of this with you guys, and then at the end I am actually going to record my final thoughts and my wrap up on this. So I do not know as of the time that I'm recording this just how long this video is going to be, so sit back, grab a snack, buckle in, and just get ready for all of this drama. Okay, so if you followed me on Twitter, you would have seen that I predicted that there would be another video made about Thomas Halbert. I did think that it was going to be Gabriel Zamora spilling the tea on everything about Thomas Halbert and how he was connected with Manny MUA and Laura. However, he took to Snapchat to say the following: it is very lengthy, it is very long. I know that some of you do not have Snapchat, that is why I'm inserting it in this. You can feel free to skip this. I will put in a timestamp when I'm editing the video for you. So here, without further ado, is Gabriel Zamora's snap where he literally drags Thomas to hell.
Also, what is going on the internet? She can't.
But like, I feel bad whenever people say like it's the beauty community. Like, it's not the beauty community that's like up in flames and it's a mess. It's just certain people that are just being problematic and messy. If you really think about it, like, one can't say that the U.S. is a fucking mess because of our president. Our president's a mess, but don't put everyone into that category, if that makes sense. So, like, okay, we're keeping it 100. I remember I was like, why the fuck are y'all talking to Thomas? Like, y'all have all said, like, he's messy, he's done this to y'all, he's done this to y'all, but he has tea. But, like, I'm just like, why are we, like, ugh, but I knew he was, like, I knew he was shady, I knew he was a little, like, because even in his messages to where he's like, oh, look, I messaged Manny, that was in July, but then the messages that Jeffree posted of you trying to say you want to expose Manny because I knew you were going to be a rat and try to pull some shady shit like that to him, that was late August. So I'm confused how, like, look at the dates. Like, that's all. Like, when my truth video came out and, like, there's a lot of people just commenting, I'm, like, watching everything, but I don't want to, like, I don't want to speak on anything because out of respect, like, that's all I want to do. I don't want to be messy. I don't want to be problematic. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be that. That's why I'm like, I'm not putting this on my YouTube channel. Cool. It's going to be on Snapchat. Deletes in 24 hours. If y'all want to see it again, cool. I don't care. But I remember around that time, I saw that he was like, now he's exposed. Now y'all see what kind of person he is. And I'm like, what do you mean now y'all see what kind of person he is? I remember in Ibiza, they were telling me how you were all up on their... So what do you mean? Oh, he's been exposed. He tried to stop my bags. Nobody tried to stop your bags. You're a mess. First of all, like, but see, I don't know him. Like, I just know what everyone's told me about him. So that's why I'm like, why have y'all told me this about him once again? And then y'all try to be like his friends because now he has tea on this one person that y'all hate. Like, I'm just confused. So I'm like, but now you're like, oh no, me and Manny are good. But weren't you just saying that he tried to end your career and now you're good and now you're coming? I'm just, why, like, Usa. Oh my gosh, it's getting so emotional. Oh my god, I need to know. But it's like, it's frustrating because I see all these things and I hear all these things behind the scenes. I know what happens behind the scenes. So when I see someone go on the internet, I'm like, what is up with these narratives? Like, what is up with these narratives? First, you hated Manny, then you liked him, then you tried to help him, but then you're still contacting Jeffree to try to expose him, but then I hear in Ibiza that you're still in contact with them, telling them tea and like running back and forth. I'm like, no, like the reason why I didn't say nothing whenever my truth video came out and he was like, now you know this type of person, is because then he was talking about like going to the hospital, about like his depression and his anxiety, and I'm like, I don't want to be insensitive in that situation because, you know, shit happens, but like, girl, don't be a dick on the internet and then try to be like, oh no, but don't attack me because of this. And it's like, no, you're being messy. Like, the reason why I want to add more clarity to the situation is because after my truth video, everybody's truth came out. And some of it I commend it, but some of it was bandwagony. Like, don't try to hop on the let's hate Manny train, okay? Because yeah, I get it. Maybe y'all had y'all's own issues, but it was never that deep to where he tried to end your career, because it was for so many years that I had heard that homeboy didn't like Manny for so long, like always being messy, talking about copper eye, nude lip, like all this stuff, like you're not whatever. But that's why Manny didn't with Thomas, because he was messy. So I'm not gonna, even though me and Manny don't play with each other right now, as we don't, I'm not gonna just sit here and be like, even though I know the truth, like I know the truth, so I'm like, nah, like I know we don't with each other, but don't try to like bandwagon and lie on him, because now you're being exposed for playing both sides, and that's messy. Like, I don't know, the internet's just a mess. Long story short, everyone's trying to expose everyone, but don't try to expose someone if you can be exposed yourself. Like, what do you mean? Like, you trying to talk about like this and that? Like, I don't know, the internet's a mess. Don't let this seem like me and Manny are good, because we're not, because I have yet to hear from him since the one time he showed up outside my house and talking about how like he misinterpreted tweets, but in his second apology said he reached out to me, never reached out to me, in his narrative docuseries. If everyone's on this payroll and on the salary, it's a narrative, right? You use my face and you use my name, and I'm like, stop using my face and my name. We're not good, okay? You haven't apologized for what you've done. But this is the one thing I'm gonna give you, and it's homeboy's lying on Manny. Like, don't. Like, it's a mess. Okay, last thing I promise. When I said in my truth video that me and Jeffree had a very like clarifying conversation, one of the things that I brought up, I was like, hey, Thomas is a rat, just so you know. because he's running back over here telling Manny and Laura this and that, spilling tea and all this. I don't know what's true, I don't know what's not, because all I've heard is Homeboy's problematic and Homeboy likes to start drama. And I remember I told them in Ibiza, this happened in Ibiza, I was like, y'all need to be cautious, because how is he not going to do the same thing to y'all that he's doing to him? Lo and behold, Gabriel can always spot when someone's not keeping it 100, right? You know what? I'm gonna throw Laura a bone. Laura was the only, she was like, nah, I don't with him. Like, he's been shady towards me, but Manny wanted the team. So I liked Jeffree's tweet because I can confirm that. I said what I said. I just didn't want to tweet anything. I think it needed more clarity, like another 48 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. But it did need more clarity, but I was never involved. So that's why I was like, I never wanted to speak on it until now, because everyone wants their My Truth moment. Because they look at me and they're like, oh, I want to, like, this is the equation on how to come out on top in a situation. No, I literally sat in my living room in front of a camera and I literally just spoke. I kept it 100 with Sean, and in that process, I knew that I have to be vulnerable and look dumb and call myself out on situations that I too messed up on, and I'm willing to be like, look, I fucked up. And I'm willing to tell y'all that so that I can be held accountable, because in that video I said, I don't want to do this, I'm not doing these things anymore. So I want y'all to hold me accountable. And in that video I also said, be aware of people's narrative. Who does this benefit? Why and how? The docuseries, who does that benefit? Thomas, who does that benefit? Like, I don't understand why it's so hard for people to keep it 100 on the internet. But no, you'd rather try to tell people some type of story. I don't know. Like, it's a mess. It's a mess. Okay, this is the last part. I don't want people going on the internet and playing the anxiety depression card, okay? Because I don't understand why people can be holes and play that card. I deal with anxiety. I deal with depression. But I'm not going on the internet and acting like okay? I'm not being mean to people. Okay? Be an adult. I've met people, this is the part that pisses me off. I've met people with debilitating anxiety that they can't even leave their home because they have like this anxiety that just doesn't even allow them to leave their home. I've met people who I'm like, damn, you have an amazing life. You have everything. You have the job. You have no reason to be unhappy. And for some reason, they're unhappy. And there's people in this world who really take their lives from that. So don't go on the internet and try to play like, oh my God, my anxiety, my depression, don't come for me. You were exposed, and that's why it's now a situational anxiety and depression. It's never been debilitating for Manny. It's never been like, that's why I'm like, okay, I'm out. I'm done. It's now messing with me. I've met so many people like that. That's why I'm like, don't discredit someone's situation, like someone's mental disorder. Cool, you may deal with it, but everyone deals with it. We're all human beings. We all deal with anxiety. We all deal with sad ass moments. And some of us have to get over it. We don't get to just play that card to try to save face so that we can save our career and we can sell something coming this winter. So we can sell this, we can sell that, and we can grow numbers. No, that's why it's messing with me, because I'm like, nah, like I've met people who have really like have been up in their lives because of it. So cool, I get it, you deal with it, but don't act like, oh, it's my get out of jail free card. Because it's not. Because some people have to take their lives for it, okay? Because they can't.
So here we're basically going to get into some tweets that Jeffree Star tweeted out. Some of you may have seen them, some of you may have not. But basically it's Jeffree Star calling out Thomas for uploading this video now, and him saying that he's going to apologize for Gadget Beat. If you guys don't know who Gadget Beat is and the drama with that, Thomas had a giveaway that he actually offered some things for a giveaway. He did not follow through with her, and then he publicly, basically, in my opinion, shamed her and made a mockery of her in the situation. She's been very vocal about it. She does have a lot of videos, well, a couple videos regarding this. I will link them in the description box of this video as well for you to watch if you need to know that tea. But basically, Thomas ended up saying that he would offer her $200 and that now he is going to actually upload an apology video to her. One of my followers, Elle, who is very observant, who has clocked a lot of this, and I want to give her complete credit for this because I did not catch this at all. She tweeted back to Jeffree and said, I needed to check this, but yeah, published on Thomas Halbert's 24th September, which was only 18 days before the call out. Clearly after the meeting with Jeffree Star, he brought blood sugar for Tati to use. If scared, he could have just brought a different palette, but he promoted Jeffree Star. Why? And if you notice, she put screenshots in here where it was actually uploaded on the 24th of September. September. So if he honestly had a problem with Jeffree at that point in time, why was he going to put his product in a video with Tati, who has millions of subscribers that would be watching that video? Jeffree quickly responded to Elle and said because it's a fake story and he's grasping for straws, trying to use an old situation for his gain. It's disturbing, and he said he loved using blood sugar until I refused to film with him. LOL, now I'm the villain. Can't relate. Like it or not, Jeffree Star is actually making a very good point. He has shown quite a bit of evidence to support his side of this story as far as Thomas not having an issue with anything up until this point, until Thomas was actually refused work with Jeffree in a merch line. Even on the 24th of September, he was still using his products. So it's really sketchy and suspect to me that he would go to the links that he went in that video, saying that it wasn't an expose video, but it most definitely was. That was him trying to get at Jeffree. So later on, Jeffree actually tweeted out and said, do you guys just want me to just sit here and take more mental abuse and lies from people, or can I defend myself now? And this is where he really went in on Thomas Halbert and he added him. Let's just get into the tweets. Jeffree says, Dear @ThomasBeauty, I'm confused by watching your new video. You smartly don't mention my name because lies and defamation of character is illegal, and I know you are afraid of the consequences, but you insinuated my name, so I'm just going to respond. Let me set up the real story for everyone. Thomas, aka the fakest woke attention-seeking person on the planet, Halbert, came over to my house over a month ago. The purpose of this meeting was to fix all our beef and put our past issues behind us. I welcomed him into my home. We talked through all of our problems, said sorry to each other, and squashed all our personal beef. We touched on certain subjects. He asked me candid questions about things I had said in the past, racism, my ex-friends, etc. I answered every question truthfully. He continued to try to talk about drama and my ex-friends, and I had no idea at the time that he was texting Manny and Laura while sitting on my couch. That can be 100% confirmed by @Gabriel Zamora, and when I learned about this betrayal weeks later, I immediately confronted him. Here are parts of my text messages with Thomas when I confront him that are important. Here's part 1. I'm in blue, of course. Jeffree says, why is everyone trying to come at me? LOL, she's insane. Thomas says, I promise you, Jeffree, on my fucking life, I'm not out to get you, and I actually care about you. I put that on my mother. Jeffree says, it must be so sad for Manny and Sam to talk about me 24/7. It's actually disturbing. I'm sad you used what I told you for a personal gain and to hurt him, but what is done is already done. I don't know why you imply things, but I know now. But now I can't fully be myself, even around you, which really hurts. I thought we were starting a new friendship. I don't know why they're all out to get me, but it must be exhausting seeing me continuously just be myself and succeed. Thomas, I know, I fucked up. My feelings were so hurt when I found out he tried to ruin my career, man. Like someone I used to worship hating me for no reason. I wanted him to feel that too. So immature of me, and I totally accept responsibility and am so sorry I ruined a friendship / trust between us. By the way, I did say on a live stream on Periscope that I was doing merch with Killer Merch, hopefully one day, and that I had a meeting with you. That's all I said on that though. Only other people that knows I was with you is my boyfriend and my mom. Jeffree, I understand why you did it, because he is the devil. Gabriel finally figured that out. Thomas, my psychic said the same thing, LOL. I want to talk about Manny and expose everything. Weeks after being at my house, Thomas, I'm a fucking liar, Halbert, uploads a video using my blood sugar palette, but I made him so uncomfortable, right? So uncomfortable that you want to share my products with 1 million people watching. We love hypocrites. Of course, there's always more. In case you guys didn't know, I co-own a merch company called Killer Merch, where we print, ship, and create merch for YouTubers and celebrity clients. @ThomasBeauty had a meeting at my office 2 weeks after meeting me at my house to discuss merch. Thomas vented that he hated his current merch company and was in a horrible contract. I gave him real business advice and told him we could discuss him being a client after the meeting was over. My team and I decided we didn't want to do business with him. Someone replied to Jeffree and said, keywords, I now know I can't fully be myself even around you, which shows Jeffree Star guilty right there, just my opinion. Jeffree Star quickly follows up and says, guilty of what? You're twisting my words around for yourself. I knew I couldn't be honest about my ex-friends because he would snitch, and guess what? Exactly what he did. Also, the same week, Thomas had a meeting with me about merch. He also wanted to plan filming 2 YouTube videos with me. I entertained the idea for a second until the Manny stuff and him betraying me came out. Here are his texts explaining him being a shitty person. Thomas says, only did it to make them scared of you, to leave you alone. I should have asked first. I'm sorry. Jeffree says, The fact I vented to you how deeply he hurt me, and then for you to go and tell him information I told you is truly disgusting and disturbing. Thomas says, I truly did it with good intent. I know I shouldn't have done it, and I should have told you I did it. I was honestly so mad at him, and I wanted to make him scared as payback. I know you'll never trust me again, and I'm sorry for that. You have every right to be mad at me, though. That was the beginning of our friendship, and I didn't know you actually cared about a friendship with me. I felt so guilty about it after I acted on impulse, and again, I'm sorry. Someone in the tweet thread responds to Jeffree and says, okay, but even if all this is true, did you or did you not say the N-word in his presence? Jeffree says, I hope you're joking. I'll say it till my face turns blue. No. He's using my past to gain attention and try and hurt me because I rejected him. It's been about 2 months since I've talked or seen Thomas. He uploaded a video blatantly saying, quotation marks, he didn't have the guts to say my name, said something racist in front of him, knowing it will stir and make a lot of people question me again because of my past. For anyone who hates drama and tea, this isn't tea and entertainment. This is my actual life, and I will never allow some punk bitch to lie on my name and discredit me because he got rejected. Grow the fuck up. Thomas, you can't make me out to be something I'm not. No matter how miserable you are, you can't bring that misery onto me. After I rejected you wanting to film videos and after I declined doing business with you, I'm still the villain. Not today, sweetie. It's crazy how I'm just living my life and thriving, and every 2 months a new bitch has to come out of the woodwork and try and slander me. Work on yourself, baby. If these hoes spent the same amount of time they do on me as they did on their careers, they might have one. How do I upload audio to Twitter? I have something very important to share since the internet loves receipts. I need to post this audio message to lay more bullshit to rest and move on from this fucking liar. Here is hypocrisy at its finest. Listen to a glimpse of what I've been dealing with behind closed doors from Thomas. Imagine continuously trying to mention my ex-friends for personal gain. Disgusting. And this is where Jeffree actually inserts the audio clip that I actually played in the beginning where Thomas is talking about Manny and how he's trying to get back at him and why he is trying to go behind his back to get information to give to Jeffree, and then how he was actually giving Manny information on Jeffree. Now you all know why I don't make friends in the beauty community. Jeffree actually quote tweets someone calling out Thomas Halbert that said, don't forget Thomas Halbert is problematic in his own right and is far from a genuine ally to POC. Remember what he did to Gadget Beat and Makeup by Shania? 2 black women, if not, as seen on Reddit. And they actually quoted some stuff that happened between Gadget Beat as well as Makeup by Shania. And Jeffree Star says, exactly, he tries to play all sides to see who will believe him. It's truly been disturbing to watch. We then get a tweet from Gabriel Zamora, which I assume is in support of Jeffree Star because he later retweeted it saying, best advice, keep it 100. And Nikita Dragon says, best advice, keep it under 48 minutes. Now this I'm going to show you is completely speculation. This account does not have very many followers. I don't know if this is a sock account for someone, but someone actually came forward and said, Jeffree, I was part of a blogging duo who was approached to state you caught a black girl in the UK during your can't relate toward the N-word and a monkey. Gorilla Gate didn't work, so more lies are going to be said. It seems guess whose management team called me. Stay strong. Jeffree replied and said, are there any receipts to prove this? Now, you guys, this is highly speculatory, and you know, some people will do stuff for attention. I'm just adding this because it was very interesting to me and it stuck out. I was contacted by an American guy to help bring you down. Monkey Gate was meant to come out during late October, mid-November to coincide with your holiday collection launch to destroy your business and character. I wouldn't take part in this calculating hate campaign as it's evil. To be honest, I was scared to tell you, but I think it's important you know because these people could have ruined my life too, as I would be part of defaming you and causing you psychological and emotional pain. I hope these people leave you alone. Now, you guys, this is just so suspect to me that someone would say this. Jeffree did tweet back to them, but honestly, in situations like this, you know, some people will say things to get attention of people like Jeffree Star. This really spoke to me because all this time, Kevin, Thomas's ex-boyfriend, has defended Thomas tooth and nail, but he actually liked Jeffree's tweet where he said, Thomas, you can't make me out to be something I'm not. Turns out, going back on Kevin's Twitter now, all the tweets and everything where he defended Thomas are now gone.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so I told myself I was gonna keep my mouth shut, keep it moving, unless there were more lies. So I think it is very important to note that I woke up this morning, as did a lot of you, and Thomas attempted to respond, didn't respond to any proof or truth that I said, just kept running his mouth to try to cover and cover and cover. But he said something really dark and really fucked up about a mutual, well, I don't know if it's mutual anymore, but a friend of mine, I don't know about his, but he tried to say that Nikkie Tutorials said racist comments in the past. He said that I said that. I don't understand how someone can continue and continue to lie. I will say this. Nikkie Tutorials and I, our friendship was and is based on the love of makeup. So if someone's gonna try to smear her name, no, you're not gonna do that. Me and Nikkie, we played with makeup together. We filmed some amazing videos, but she never said one racist comment in the history of our friendship, and that needs to be said on record. Now, her and I have had our past problems, but guess what? Me and her are good. Did we have to make it public? No, because normal people don't need to do this. I'm responding to real allegations because I think it's important. But when you fix things with people behind closed doors, you don't have to make it a circus. Me and Nikkie Tutorials are good. Are we best friends? No. We are working through our issues and we talked and everything is great. So I'm sitting here like, Thomas, we're not going there today. We're not going to drag in every person that I used to know and currently know. So, also I just found out that Thomas deleted a video on his channel where he used my palette, of course, and he tells the real truth about when he came over to my house. Now, I've never watched those videos, but someone just re-uploaded it for me to watch, and I was actually shocked because he goes into detail about what really went down when we met, which debunks everything he said 2 days ago, so.
After all of this happening, after Thomas trying to call out Jeffree Star, after Thomas posting all this stuff on Twitter, he has since deleted his video and all tweets regarding this matter. Also, there was a video that Thomas posted where he actually used the blood sugar palette and he talked about how he met Jeffree Star and how they're beginning to coexist. That's going to be the clip after this. But if he truly had an issue, if he was really going to speak up against Jeffree Star, why didn't he make it in this video? Because they had already met at this point in time.
We don't hate each other, but we are starting to coexist in this industry, which is really good. But that's definitely that on that with that tea and that drama. I'm so tired of people like speculating and like just spreading false information everywhere.
Okay, you guys, this is the final wrap up. I don't want to keep you too long because, again, this video was already 30 minutes long, but this is every Twitter exchange, every Snapchat receipt, everything that I could get my hands on regarding this matter with Thomas. At the end of the day, it is suspect to me that Thomas would upload this video and make allegations not just against Jeffree Star, but against Nikkie Tutorials, which she quickly refuted. It seems like Thomas was wanting to get a reaction from either Nikkie or Jeffree in this instance. He did get a reaction from Jeffree, and he did get a reaction from Nikkie. I feel like Nikkie was like, no, not today, Satan. You're not going to bring me in this. You're not going to tarnish my name with your bullshit. And now that Thomas has deleted everything, I feel like an apology video may come next. I don't know, honestly, if that's going to do any good because I do think that Thomas has lost about 20,000 subscribers. And I do wish that he would actually take some time to figure all this out because going forward, anyone that has any kind of interaction with him, they're not going to be able to trust him. They're not going to be able to really rely on the things that he says because he, in my eyes, is now known to be a liar. Like, if you lie about one thing, about anything, you will lie about everything. And that's the thing that I think that we could all take away from this. But you guys, this is everything that I have. I'm sorry that this is not like a really highly edited video that's fancy and funny, but There has just been so much stuff that has went on. I could not think of a way to actually put this all together without just doing like a hybrid voiceover type of video and showing all the receipts. I hope that this will serve as a catalog for this drama so that we will all have a point of reference in the future. But let me know what you think about all this down below. I know that other drama channels have beaten me to this, but I had to get this video up. But you guys have a great day, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys.